You see, some men are not broke because they are lazy. No, they are broke because they are trying to impress someone who doesn't even know who they are. You are buying love with borrowed money. You are paying for dates by starving your destiny. You are giving everything except what God actually told you to give: wisdom. This is not just about money. It's about being a rare man. It's about stewardship. It's about vision. So today on The Truth That Set Free, I want us to have a conversation, man-to-man conversation. And if you're a sister you are watching, well, you can watch because you can also advise your man. We are talking about 5 financial mistakes that are silently destroying good relationship. And these are mistakes that guys are committing in their relationship. So watch this message and I pray that it will help you to fix your relationship and have a better and a prosperous marriage in your life. Now, the first mistake a lot of guys commit in their relationship is that they spend beyond their means to impress. You see, spending beyond your means to impress is very dangerous. You want to be seen successful. You want to be seen as a generous person. You want to be seen as a rare man. You want to be seen like Kwame Despite or Dangote. So you force a lifestyle that your account cannot carry. Your Momo account, your bank account, all together cannot fund that life you are carrying. All to maintain an image that is not real. But hear me, young man, an expensive lifestyle does not mean you are valuable. No, that is wrong. Don't get that wrong. Don't allow what you see on social media mess you up. The Bible in the book of Proverbs chapter 13 verse 7 says that one person pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. When you spend to impress, listen, you are not building a future. You are acting, it's like you are playing. You understand that? You start with lunch date and end up with loans. You start with gifts and end up with guilt. And guess what? The people you are trying to impress may not even notice. Or worse, they might expect you to keep it up forever. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? How are you going to fund that forever? And the problem is that some people pretend they impress to the point of borrowing huge sums of money from the bank to throw this lavish wedding ceremony. And after that, they come back home broke. You can't pay your rent. You can't provide for the lady. You can't pay everything because you are servicing loan from bank. You are servicing loan from friends. You are servicing loan on your Momo. All because you wanted to be like a man, a rare man. That is not rare man. That is a coward. Be yourself. So what must I do instead? Instead, brother, be honest. Be honest. The sisters, they won't honest you. They want you to be real with them. There is nothing wrong with simplicity when it is real. So take care for a walk. Cook at home. Budget for love. Don't build relationship on vibes and overdrafts and loans. Build your relationship on truth. If the lady comes into your life and you are honest with her, you tell her, this is what I'm doing now. I am a graduate. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm engaged in this. I'm doing this business. These are my plans. And I hope that in the next year or 2, I hope to be here. And I know that if God permits by His grace and with our hard working, I'm going to be able to get here. These are my life plans. But currently, I cannot afford a Brazilian hair. Currently, I cannot afford to take you out every weekend. No, I would rather use that money to invest in a business so that in the future we can live. If the lady doesn't understand, oh yeah, open the door, make you go. Because if you allow some vampire to come and suck your destiny right now, you will cry in future. Be honest with them. You don't have to impress the lady. If you truly love the person, come clear. Because love would win the smart woman, not impression. As for impress, everybody can impress. Everybody can take some money and impress on the weekend. No, you are not after her body. You are after her heart. So be honest with her. Let her know the truth. Let her know that you may not have it all now, but you have good plans. Good plans, and once we are working towards it, it will lead to something beautiful. So stop making that mistake, young man. Stop impressing the ladies. Be truthful, and the ladies, they will love you. The second financial mistake a lot of guys commit in relationship is taking on all financial responsibilities. Now, this is serious. Some men believe that it is unmanly to let a woman pay for anything. So you go out to the restaurant and she buys this, you buy this, you buy a lot of stuff, and she buys shawarma, she buys this, and at the end of the day, just one evening, your bill is close to like 5k, and that is huge. You understand? You know that 5k is going to affect your budget for the rest of the month. Now, there is nothing wrong for her to pay some. If she is in a position and if she is willing, you don't have to. You see, if you are not in a position, don't do it. I know this is going to be embarrassing, and let's be real. I'm a man. You take a lady out there, and then you take a lady out to a restaurant to go and then enjoy yourself, and then you can't pay. It's going to be a lot of embarrassing. That is why I say that if you cannot fund it, don't do it. Be honest with her. Now, I want us to go out, but I cannot afford these things. Sometimes you don't even have to say it, because you have already been honest with the lady. The lady understands your finances. So if she's reasonable enough, there are certain places you not go. You know that I can afford tonight 500 Ghana cedis. That's okay. You go to a place that 500 Ghana cedis will give you even access to take Uber back home. And that is what you need to do. But you want to impress her, you carry the lady, go Kempinski. Charlie, you go Kempinski. Then when the bill comes and it's 5k, 7k, then you are shaking in your pants. No. And if the lady also wants to pay, you said, oh, no, I will do it. Then secretly, you are borrowing on Momo. You borrow money to pay to impress. No, don't take all the responsibility, okay? Sometimes they can help, especially in married relationship. And it must always happen that way. There must be partnership when it comes to bills, when it comes to rent, when it comes to utility, when it comes to feeding and all of that. There must be some form of sharing of cost and responsibility and all of that. This is important. So don't try to carry everything on your shoulder as a man. When you read the Bible in Genesis chapter 2 verse 18, God says, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable for him." The woman is coming into your life to be your helpmate, to help you, to support you. When they want to support, don't deny them. Don't think that letting a woman help you makes you weak. You are a man. A woman can help you. If God gave you a helper, why are you acting like you are all alone? No. Love is not financial slavery. Love is partnership. You understand that? And listen, my guy, some guys may take this all wrong, and some ladies may think the pastor is telling them, no, the guy shouldn't give. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't give, because listen, a rare man provides. A rare man or a godly man sacrifice. But there is a huge difference between provision and pretending. If you can't afford it, be real. Never try to carry a financial burden when you are not in a financial position to take care of it. When you hide your struggle to play like you're a provider, you build resentment in silence. So here's a better part. Talk about your income with the lady. Let her know what you are earning. Discuss your expectations. If she earns to, build together. Because relationship where only one person carries the weight financially usually collapse. And that's the truth. If one person is the one carrying every financial burden, the relationship will not survive. One will become so bitter and eventually it will die. So share, talk, and discuss, and share financial burdens. Now this leads me to the third mistake that a lot of guys are committing in their relationship, and that is avoiding conversations about money. And this is serious. Most men would rather fight a lion than talk about money. Why? Because, you see, money talks exposes fears. It exposes wickedness. It exposes past mistakes. But let me tell you the truth, my brother. What you are avoiding today will explode tomorrow. You see, avoiding financial conversation won't protect your peace. It will poison your relationship. She thinks you are stingy. You think she's too demanding. But maybe just because neither of you knows the full story. That's why she thinks you are stingy. That's why you also think that she's pretending. So what you must do instead is that you need to start talking very early. You need to start talking regularly. You need to start talking gently with each other. Talk about your money. Talk about what you are doing, especially in a dating relationship. Talk about your financial issues. How do you intend to go about your finances? How do you intend to go about taking care of the home? Would you run a joint account? Would you have budget, monthly or weekly budget? Talk about all these stuff. So in premarital relationship, my guy, don't make the mistake of trying to show that I have money. And that's a major mistake. I have money, so I'll take care of it. I'll buy this. Everything, I'll take care of this. I'll buy this. You are not even talking about her financial commitment. Once you marry and this continues after a year or two, you begin to be bitter because you're expecting that she's supposed to support. But you never talked about that when you were dating her. It's a great mistake. Talk about it. Okay? If you can't afford something in a premarital relationship, let her know that I can't afford this. Talk about these things. It's very, very important. Now, talking about financial responsibility leads me to the fourth mistake that a lot of guys make in their relationship as far as finances is concerned, and that is not setting boundaries with financial help. A lot of guys want to be like superheroes. They want to be like Batman or Superman. So you give and give and give. You give to a family, you give to your friends, you give to your brothers, you give to everybody. But eventually, that giving leads you to be burnt out. You burn out and you start feeling like people are using you. Okay? But the truth is that probably it was your mistake. You taught them that it was okay for them to call you whenever they need money. The Bible makes us to understand in Luke chapter 14 verse 28. Suppose one of you want to build a tower. Wouldn't you first of all sit down and estimate the cost? It is good to be generous, but sit down and estimate the cost. Can I continue to take care of all of these people in her life? Can I continue to fund their education, fund their life, do everything? You need to count the cost. You see, generosity without wisdom is just slow distraction. You are not an ATM machine, my guy. You are a man. And a man who fears God knows when to say no with love. Don't have to carry everything on your shoulder. Set lovely boundaries. Boundaries don't make you selfish, they make you wise. You can support without sabotaging your future. So ask yourself, can I afford this? Is this helping our relationship? Am I doing this just to impress her, to impress her family? Will this be a repeated pattern? Give, yes my brother, give, support. But always remember, give with a purpose, not with pressure. Now, giving with purpose leads me to the fifth and the final financial mistake that many guys commit in relationship, and that is failing to plan for the future together. You see, you are in love. You want to build a future together. But all the plans you make are for today. There is no plan for tomorrow. No talk of the future. No savings, no vision. You are just always vibing, I love you and all of that. Always being romantic. That may be good, but you are forgetting an important part of your relationship, and that is your financial future. Your financial future is very, very much important. It is what may, at a point in time, determine whether your relationship will survive or not. No matter how spiritual you are, if you ignore financial planning, you will suffer. Guy, you go suffer. It is important to plan for the future. It's important to have some savings together. It's important to have some plan for your building, for your car, for your children's education. These things are essential for your life. So don't ignore it. Make it a part of your relationship. And as you are dating, make it a part of the things you think about. The Bible in the book of Proverbs chapter 21 verse 5 says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. You can't build a glorifying relationship on good vibes and deep prayers alone. No, you need a good financial plan. So begin small. Set a goal. Open a joint savings account. Decide what kind of home you want. Talk about kids, talk about timelines. When are we doing this? When are we continuing with our education? When are you starting your master's? When are you starting your PhD? Have a better financial plan, because love without plan becomes a trap. And that's a trap that many people find themselves in together. And planning together, listen, builds trust. It shows you are not just in love. It shows you are committed in love. So my guy, if you see yourself committing any of these 5 mistakes, it is time you begin to look at it critically and change. Because love is not measured by how much you spend. It is measured by how wisely you work with each other. If you are dating or you are married, these 5 financial mistakes can either become your testimony or your downfall. So my guy, stop impressing and start building. Stop carrying it all and start partnering. Stop avoiding and start communicating. Stop giving blindly start drawing boundaries and stop drifting and start planning. Because when your money honors God, your relationship has a stronger foundation. King David says in Psalm 127 verse 1, unless the Lord builds the house, the builder labor in vain. So let him build it with love and with your money. Alright, my dear brother. So which of these mistakes hit you the hardest? Drop it in the comments right now and let's talk about it. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button and press on the bell icon so that the next message that will come, you'll be notified and you will be blessed with the truth. Remember, the Bible says you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Shalom.